Hey everyone! Okay, I'm doing Instagram makeup versus real life makeup, so here we go. Okay, we're going to start off on the Instagram side. I am using the Anastasia Brow Wiz, and on this side, I kind of cheat that arch and like take it up a little bit higher when I'm doing my brows for real going out or to be seen. This real life one, I just kind of put a little bit of product in, comb through the brows. It's not too much different, but as you can see, the one on the Instagram side is a little bit higher. Then I'm using the Maybelline Brow Precise Fiber Volumizer. It's all of those words, but I'm not sure in that order. I'm kind of just combing it through both brows. I use this to set my brows every single day. On the Instagram side, I'm going to use MAC Prolongwear Concealer to kind of carve that out and clean it up a little bit. This is what I would do if I was doing like a full-on look. I like to carve out, highlight under that brow, and just give it a little bit more definition, really. And then I'm using the same concealer on that brush and just putting it all over my lid for the other side just to kind of prime my lid. I did bring it down on the Instagram side as well. So for the real life side, I'm using Colourpop eyeshadow in Wake Up Call. This is just a really nice neutral brown shade, and typically day-to-day life I just put that through the crease. And then for my lid, I'm using a shade called Liar Liar, which is like a champagne pink light shade, and I'm just going to use my finger and put that all over the lid. You can go back in with Wake Up Call and just kind of put that through the crease to darken it up a little bit, depending on what you like. So I'm going to curl my lashes, and then on the day-to-day, I like to just wear a nude in the waterline because I feel like it opens up my eyes. I do this on dramatic looks as well, but on the daily, I wear a nude instead of like a black or a brown. For my mascara, I'm using Maybelline Lash Sensational. I love this mascara, and since I've been using Rodan & Field's Lash Boost, my lashes have been getting so long, so I just really like my natural lashes. So on the day-to-day, I've been trying to wear more natural lashes anyways, just no fake lashes basically. So for my Instagram side, I'm using Paper Tiger from Colourpop, and I'm just kind of putting this through as a transition. This is a really interesting like pukey yellow orange-y baby poop color, but I love it. And then I'm using Stay Golden, also from Colourpop. All the eyeshadows are from Colourpop in this tutorial, or in these looks. So I'm just kind of focusing that on the outer corner and then in the inner corner and leaving the space open in the center. We're going to use some glitter because I've really wanted to use those new Stila glitters in a tutorial. I've been wearing them a ton recently and I love them. So I'm just focusing on these shadows blend so beautifully, so I'm just kind of buffing them out, focusing them on the outer corner again and the inner corner like I said. I want to darken that up a little bit, so I'm using this dark brown called Cloud 9 and just putting that with a more defined brush in the V shape on the outer corner as well as the inner corner, and then just going back to a fluffy brush and blending them all together. I like this look, to do this look when I'm using glitter, because it kind of sandwiches that glitter in and makes a very big statement eye, in my opinion, a great Instagram eye. Okay, for the Stila, for the glitter portion, this is the Stila Magnificent Metals Glitter and Glow in Smoldering Satin. I have a ton of these. I love all of them. So I'm just putting that one all over the center of my eye, and I like to use the applicator, and then I like to go back in and just kind of tap over it and blend it out, and then I'm going back in with the shadow and blending around the edges so that it doesn't look harsh around the edges of that glitter. These glitters are so pretty. They just make a really beautiful statement and stand out look, and I love them. They don't fall all over my face like most glitters do. So I'm going to go ahead and curl my lashes. Then I'm going to use Kat Von D Tattoo Liner in Trooper for a winged liner for my Instagram side, because you know I gotta go all bold. So I'm just doing a classic wing liner. Then I'm going to go in with the Maybelline Lash Sensational in Luscious, that same mascara on this side, but I will go in with false lashes in the end of this video on that side. For my face, moving on, I'm going to go in with the Milk Makeup Blur Stick to prime this side of my face, because if I'm on Instagram I want to look poreless, so I'm using this to kind of blur out my skin. And then the Estee Lauder Double Wear Maximum Cover in Creamy Vanilla. This is like my go-to like event makeup because look how full coverage it is. I got way too much in this, but it's super full coverage. I love it because it stays in place all day and it's matte. So it's a great like event, like I said, event makeup, or like if you're going to be somewhere where you need full coverage to like complete that makeup look, it's a great one. For my everyday real life side, I'm using the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Hydrating Tint in Classic Ivory. I've done a full video on this. I love this stuff. I find it gives like a great amount of coverage and a great look to the skin. I really like it for an everyday use for my real life. Like I said, what I would do probably on a day-to-day basis if I wasn't going to be posting on Instagram or anything like that. This is great like everyday makeup. So I like to use a brush for this side. As you saw, the other one I used a beauty blender. This one I use a Sigma brush. I really just like the application with a dense brush. I find it blends in better and it doesn't leave like crazy lines. For concealer on the real life side, I'm using Instant Age Rewind from Maybelline in Neutralizer. It's a great everyday concealer. It gives enough coverage, it's lightweight, doesn't crease as much. For the Instagram side, I'm using MAC Cosmetics Prolongwear Concealer in NC20. And I'm going to put this down my nose to highlight my chin, my forehead, nose, under the eye, like I would if I were doing full-on makeup. Just using this beauty blender to blend that out. And then I do go in and set this with a Chanel powder, which I typically always set my concealer. I did it slightly on the other side too, but I kind of did the baking only on the Instagram side. For my contour, I'm using NARS Laguna, and then this is like, it has a mini Ita brush. I first do that line and then I blend it out with a fluffier brush, little nose contour. I always mess up when I do nose contour, so I don't do that all the time, but I figured for this video and the dramatic effect. So I take a fluffy brush and I kind of blend it in. For the real life side, I'm just kind of gonna bronze with the same bronzer and just go all over that side. For blush, I'm using Charlotte Tilbury blush in Love Glow, and I'm just kind of dusting it over my cheeks on that side. And then on this side, I'm taking it right above the bronzer and really just kind of melding the bronzer together. And I put a little bit more on. For the real life side, I'm using Laura Mercier Radiant Matte Highlight in 01. I got a little stripey, but I take my finger and I kind of just blend it. That's the way I like it anyways. For the dramatic side, for Instagram, I'm using Jouer Cosmetics Citrine highlighter, or Citrine. I've heard it pronounced two different ways, but this is a very metallic, like, statement highlighter. So I'm putting it also in my inner corners and my brow bone. Heavier on the Instagram side, a little bit lighter on the real life side. For my Instagram side, I'm going to go in with a darker liner. This is Colourpop Mr. Bing. It's a nice, like, rich, it has a lot of warmness to it, brown shade. And then I'm mixing Paper Tiger and Wake Up Call, and I'm putting that under my lash line. And then I'm going to go ahead and do whatever was left on it and put it under my lash line on the other side. Little bottom mascara. This is MAC Gigablack Extended Play Gigablack Lash Mascara. It's such a tongue twister. And then I'm going to pop on the Salon Perfect Lashes in number 615 on the Instagram side. Okay, moving on for my lips. My real life side, I'm using Mariah Carey Bit of Bubbly on that half of my lips. This is just like kind of to blank out my lips. It's super duper duper nude. And then for a lip gloss, I'm using Too Faced Just Peachy Lip Gloss. These are their creamy peach oil lip glosses, and they are so fabulous. I love these. It's just a really pretty product, and I like that combo. For my Instagram side, I'm going in with Ofra lip liner in Wine, and then I decided I wanted a little bit more of a brown lip liner, so I'm using the MAC one in So Dramatique. And then I'm going to go in with a Charlotte Tilbury lipstick, which I absolutely love, and this is in Birkin Brown. And that completes the look. So which side do you prefer? Do you like both? or one or the other, the Instagram side or the real life side. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you aren't already, and I will see you all in the next video. Mwah!